Common sense is the key to successful investing. How you guys doing today? Happy investing.
So what's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, man? Doing good. Happy investing.
Savers will be the biggest losers in this market going forward. Tell me some reason why you think savers, people that save their money, will be the biggest losers.
If it's
People that
not
don't
active.
put their money, people that don't do nothing with their money, with their income, never putting it to work, never just figuring out a plan, just just sitting on all the wealth that they are accumulating.
They wealth can't grow if it's not like if they just saving money, it's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And then like you know how they be like $100,000 back then is worth this much now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you're not moving your money as much. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just saving it, it can devalue itself. It can actually potentially be a higher amount. But like at the same time, you want to put your money to work because you want it to grow. Like, what's the point of you saving it? You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to like money. You're supposed to work money. Money not supposed to work you. You know what I'm saying? So like we really not supposed to be having like these type of jobs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we really supposed to be taking that money. And those supposed to be our employees, you know what I'm saying? And you the boss. So like if you just sitting there saving money, like don't get me wrong, like saving money for an emergency and things of that nature, all right, cool. But like you also want to do something with your money. You want to, make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing all this working for and it's just staying the same? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like you do become a loser if you just like really just sitting there saving and not really like putting something towards it. Like it's not working. Like if your money not working, then you not working. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. I feel the same way, but I'd probably have two different categories. Like if you save me your money in a high yield savings account because you think the market is going to dip and it has been dipping, and you want that definite 2% or 3% or whatever, then I think that might be a smart thing to do. But if you got money that's sitting, that you saving and it's just sitting and you just spending it, and it ain't in the high yield savings account making you no money, and it ain't doing nothing, then I think those would be the biggest losers. You know what I'm saying? Because their money is just appreciating, and they're just spending it, and they don't have no way of actually saving or saving for a high yield savings account. Or there's other things like mutual funds and things like that. But if you got it just sitting there and it ain't doing nothing, then you gonna lose, and you gonna lose consistently because that money's not earning you any interest. You know what I'm saying?
It's basically it's time for the rich to get rich when you were sitting on your cash because you're basically not putting it in the market.
Yeah. You got to invest that money for it to grow. If you're not investing it in some kind of way, whether it be even in a high yield savings account, these banks, they go out and invest that money. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're able to get that percentage on our account. So if you don't at least have money in that, then you're really wasting your time. You're not saving worth nothing.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
everyone
You're not building towards anything at all.
Yeah, facts.
And then honestly, if you already don't have a high like net worth, besides times like this where the market's like dipping, if you already don't have a high net worth, and you're able to put a big chunk of money into a savings account, and then you need just places to hold your money, then honestly, in making those like stock investments or like property investments would be a little better because then you'll win more. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a high yield savings account, you won't lose, you'll win. But if you had like real estate or stocks, you could win at a greater percentage. You know what I'm saying?
right. I think it's the mindset. Like you gotta take the fear out of your personal economy. Just take the fear out of your personal economy. If you're not putting your mindset to production, actually accumulating wealth, you're just sitting on dead weight, and that's gonna really put you in depression. And a lot of people are just in financial depression because they just saving on their biggest wealth idea. Don't be the biggest loser this year saving all your wealth.
Be the biggest loser in life saving all your wealth.
And honestly, they're not even saving it. They just pissing it down the drain.
Yep.
They're going out and over consuming like we do in the USA. That's why we got that good old GDP, and other factors. But nevertheless, they're not saving nothing.
Yeah, facts. You waste your time when you save money. I just put it like that. Save money for like a goal. Like save money to like, I want to invest in this. That's the type of saving you need to do.
It's just like we say, scared money don't make no money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, where that shit go?
For the next 20 years, Robert, can you that's under
say
the
what?
radar for the next 20 years?
20 years? Let's see. Under the radar for 20 years. That's kind of a long shot. But hold on. Let me pull up my portfolio and look at the under the radar section and see what I can dig up. Because my favorite 3 stocks, I talk about them all the time, is Facebook, PayPal, you know what I'm saying, and Google. But my 3 stocks that's under the radar probably be like, let's see. Well, this is a well-known name, but people not really talking about investing in it like that. Is Zoom Video.
Right.
It's dipped a ton. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very sticky brand.
Yeah.
And they have like subscription services and things like that going on as well. So they're going to be around for a while. So when I see stock that's down and out that I think is going to be around for a while, you got to pounce on them.
Yeah.
I got Life Cycle. This is a higher risk one. Life Cycle. They are, huh?
I said I feel like I heard of that before.
Yeah, it's a battery recycling company.
Okay.
So with all these batteries and all these things getting produced, we're gonna need a way to either restore or trash these things safely.
Yeah.
And when Life Cycle comes in to mitigate that problem, because what they do is they take these batteries that's burnt out or whatever, and then they refurbish them. They rebuild new batteries. You know what I'm saying? So they recycling the battery. So it's less hazardous for the environment. So they're kind of a necessity, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't just be throwing batteries away and making landfill bombs.
Right.
And then one more that's under the radar, along the same lines of the EV, Proterra. Proterra, what they're doing, they're going in and they're making these commercial vehicles EV. So like, right now they're on the buses, but they have aspirations to do like tractors and garbage trucks and all kinds of other commercial vehicles. And they're trying to get them battery powered, you know what I'm saying, which will ultimately help the environment, you know what I'm saying, and help us all. So I like those 3, you know what I'm saying, because they all, and Proterra is being used right now in multiple cities. Their electric buses are being used in, major metropolitan areas. So they have this goal, and they're going out. And it looks like they're going to, achieve these different aspirations that they have. So I like them. These are 3 under the radar. These are higher risk than the other 3 that I recommended, such as PayPal, Google, and Facebook. But these are 3 that people really aren't talking about much.
I see you focus on some wealth building machines. They are some wealth building machines for sure.
Absolutely, man. I'm trying to and as I said in one of the earlier episodes, that I don't put all of my portfolio in these higher risk, companies. I have a small portion of my portfolio that's dedicated to these high risk companies. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is like ETFs, bigger, less risk companies. I got some dividend stocks, you know what I'm saying? And I got some value stocks as well. So I have a good mix. So I make sure that I don't put all my money into these high risks, because I know the way my mental works and risk diversification works. I don't want to be losing a lot. You know what I'm saying? I want to maintain. I want to be able to retain my wealth so I can build on top of it.
Robert, just keep setting yourself for long-term success. Basically, just keep setting yourself up, because as long as you invest in quality businesses, the potential for your portfolio will increase. So just keep
Yeah.
setting your bar, just keep setting your bar higher, higher, at least about 1% every month, and your portfolio will get amazing success.
Yeah, I haven't touched it like as far as the portions and the companies in probably like the last 2, maybe 3 months. I just keep investing because I see the markets dipping and it always rebounds in the history. You know what I'm saying? We always panic when the market dip, but the market look like this. You know what I'm saying? It might dip, but it's going up. It might dip again, but it's going up. It might dip again, but it's going up. So I just keep investing. You know what I'm saying?
It's catching attention. It's catching monthly attention. One of
Absolutely.
one of
Like
my
this.
stocks loving is Home Depot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Home Depot is a great stock to have for the long term. Never going out of style.
Yeah, everybody got somebody else got to build a house. Somebody else got to build something.
Right. Right.
So I just love staples, just staples in the stock market, just companies that just gonna be here for the next years.
Yeah. Especially when those companies take a dip, like that Foot Locker that I said on that. I think it was like our first episode. I mentioned Foot Locker and Dick's Sporting Goods. This thing's been flying, but they had been down drastically. They were already low PE,
That's because
low
online.
risk. Yeah.
So Royal, how you doing, Royal? Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all having me.
Happy investing. This show is about just finding real world investors and just giving unbiased investment education live. So, like, if you have any question pertaining to the stock market, this is the time to ask.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I
Uh,
got a lot of questions. That's things that I'm actually trying to get into now, but it's just not understanding, not being knowledgeable on it. So when y'all talk about like getting rid of the fear and different things like that, that's definitely coming from somebody that's actually in those shoes and wants to get into it, but the fear of not knowing or not having enough or different things like that, or even where to put your money at.
I just say take your time because, like, if you break down your lifestyle, if you break down your day, if you just have a plan, you'll be able to figure out like the cracks that's leaking in your ship. So just look at the stocks as plugs that you want to use in your financial yacht that you want to build, and the knowledge you want to figure out about the market is out there. Just start googling, YouTube, just using any social media platform where they're educating you about the foundation of the stock market, and you'll have just a better sense, and it will take all the fear, and you'll be able to just kind of invest with some confidence. But that's all you need is just a little bit more confidence.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Where I would start is something like ETFs. ETF is an exchange traded fund. And what that basically is a bucket of companies, a bucket of stocks that you can put your money into, and it divvies your money up to each of those different companies at whatever percentage that certain ETF has. So my favorite ETF, personally, follows the S&P. Is I have two, but the first one that I started off with is VOO, and it follows the S&P index, which over time is one of the most stable indexes. So, and it's also a consumer index. And, we like our products over here in America. We like to consume things.
Yeah, for real.
So I put my money in an ETF that is all about the top 500 consumer companies. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm.
top 500 companies that we consume as consumers. And that's where I would start. That's how I started, actually. I started with an ETF. Now I started doing all these different strategies and started getting away from, my foundation. But when I came back to ETF, as my foundation, it started getting back easy again. I didn't have to stay up all day, all night trying to figure out what's going on in the market. because I know that my stock is going to follow that index, and the market always goes up. And now another thing about fear, we talk about fear a lot. I got these two pop figures right here. It's a Demogorgon and Dustin from Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So remember the boys, they had that fear of the upside down until they got a little bit more knowledge of it, and a little bit more knowledge. And then they willingly went in to the upside down, knowing the Demogorgon was there to rescue their friend, you know what I'm saying, to do all these different things. So the market is just like that. You know what I'm saying? You get in, you get a little bit of knowledge. You don't have the full scope because we go to season 3, they got Vecna, they got all these other things that's happening. We didn't know that in season 1. You know what I'm saying? So they got in there, you know what I'm saying? They got their hands wet, they got out, and then every time they went back in, they just kept building on their knowledge, building a little more. So where I would start would be like how, like I would go to YouTube and be like, how to invest, just the first class, or invest in 101. And it's got people like Peter Lynch, one of the greatest investors of all time. There's like a little collage of videos where he tells you like how to invest. But the simplest way is to go in and do ETF investing. It's just like index funds. People are talking about index funds and things like that. ETF is basically the same thing. You could just get it on the regular stock market without having to put like 5,000, 8,000, or get on some kind of special plan to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I would start. Me personally, I would start at a ETF that's S&P based, and that's also something that Dave Ramsey recommends is like getting your indexes on the S&P, on the S&P. So I got ETFs that are mirrors the S&P.
And what's
But
S&Ps?
VOO, look up VOO. That's the first investment that I personally would make as a new investor. Just getting my feet wet and trying to learn everything that's going on.
Okay.
And what was the question you had, Royal?
What's and he kept saying it. The S&Ps, I think. That what you were saying?
Yeah.
What is that?
So that's that consumer index, the Standard and Poor's index, and what that is basically an index of 500 different companies that we consume, and there's like a committee that kicks companies out and brings companies in of this index if they're not meeting this certain criteria. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very safe investment. Now you're not gonna get the get rich quick kind of game, but like I saw a Cash App commercial the other day where Kendrick Lamar said, anybody who ever made a lot of money didn't make it quick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down for the long ride.
All right. It's a marathon.
Exactly.
My thing in the stock market, I'm loving dividend stocks. So dividend stocks, they got the idea to pay you consistently if your stock is doing well. A great place to find these stocks, it can be a list like the Dividend Kings, where these dividends done raised their stocks for the last 50 years. So all these stocks are no-brainers. All you got to do is just add income. You will always have income coming in behind you.
Yeah, and I agree too. There's also dividend ETFs. I'm investing in some dividend ETFs as well, and some of them pay well. Like I'm talking 14% of your money. 10 to 12, 13% of your money. Now these are few and far in between. You know what I'm saying? If you got a company that's paying dividends, typically I think like the average dividend is like across the whole market is like 2% or maybe a little over 2%. But they got ETFs that pay dividends as well, and the ones I'm talking about are ones that they invest in. They do covered calls, which is another thing you'll learn about later on. But it's one of the safest options strategies, and it's basically guaranteed income, which is why they're able to pay those big dividend payouts of 10 to 14%. So they got ETFs for everything too.
And they be in the music business, and they got so many music platforms that's listening to the stock market. You got Spotify. They got Universal Music. They got Warner Brothers. They got so many companies you can just start investing into on just on the stock side. Just
Yeah,
be,
yeah. And to piggyback off of that, they also got Live Nation. They own Ticketmaster. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's always going to be popping.
Okay.
so how could this community of investors invest into your music portfolio? I know you're a great artist. I know you out the Utah area.
Mm-hmm.
Just a rundown of your career and just how you just been investing into yourself, just building everything.
Yeah, so I've been doing this now seriously for about 4 years now. Since the last time we talked, it's been about almost 2 years. Um, so I started off with not knowing, kind of like investing, not knowing nothing about nothing. You know, I always thought you had to put a whole bunch of money into a studio and different things like that until I find out all you really need is just a computer and a microphone. you know. So throughout my journey, I just been learning. I never went to school for it, so I learned actually on YouTube, sitting back like hours on hours on hours, just watching YouTube on how to make beats, how to mix, how to master, how to get yourself out there, the best times to drop songs, different things like that. And I just basically investing in myself, equipment, you get what I'm saying? That's been the biggest thing. Traveling to go meet different people. I done took a lot of, like, this past year, I took a major L. I took a business trip to go to Texas actually to try and tie up some business ends, and things just went way south. I took a year hiatus basically because of bad business. You know what I mean? So a lot of time, effort, money, like I had a show for Ace Hood that's coming up I still have that show coming up in October, opening up for Ace Hood. Uh, I had one on the 22nd for Montana 300, but that show got canceled because unfortunately the brother got locked up. So, sending my prayers out to that, hoping that situation cleans up. But it's just been a journey, man. Just the bumps, the bruises, trying to learn the business, which is the hardest thing. It's taking out the time to actually learn your craft, learn the business that you're going to be. It's kind of like the stocks, learning how the stocks are, where you got to learn how the business is, what's hot now, what's trending in the stocks. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like hand in hand. So if y'all was to ask me, how could y'all invest? Showing, basically, y'all doing it right now. Y'all showing me, listen, there's another way that you can make money outside of your business. See, y'all investing in something that's bigger than the business. Y'all investing in me. You get what I'm saying? Because y'all giving me the necessary tools. You get what I'm saying? To make money outside of that, because music is not a guarantee. No matter how dope you are, you get what I'm saying? No matter how much talent you have, you
Right.
got to be able to make money other ways. And I done lived it both ways. I done got it out the streets, and I done worked a 9 to 5. 9 to 5, they don't pay you enough. The streets don't pay you enough because it's a risk that's not worth the money.
Right, right.
You get what I'm saying? So now and I got a baby on the way. So now I'm really thinking like, man, I got to find a way to make my money work for me,
Yeah,
because I'm tired of slaving for money when my money can just work for me if I just learn the necessary tools that I need to make this thing actually get going. So y'all actually doing it right now by taking the time out and teaching me these things and learning more about me. Y'all doing the biggest investment right now and the biggest help to me.
I love that. I love to hear that. Like we've been building a relationship. You never been out was like, nah, I have this amount in order to learn what I need to learn. Or if you need to be placed in a different opportunity, you always had the amount. You always had your front end. So like any bad business is because of the business. It was never on you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you always been committed from day one, especially with learning everything about your business. So I salute you on that, and congratulations about your new baby on the way.
Yep. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
And keep evolving. I just say keep evolving. Keep touching people like me, and somebody like me will rub shoulders with somebody that you will actually want to meet. So like, just keep evolving with your craft, actually getting into the people that you want to listen to your craft.
Mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, mixtape dropping the struggle on the 23rd of this month.
What's the name of your mixtape, and how can everybody follow you?
So right now
I
I'm
was just
just
about to say this.
dropping everything on. I'm going against the grain. I'm not dropping on all platforms like most artists do. You know, that's just for a pride thing. I'm actually starting on my YouTube. Royal S4L CEO is my YouTube. I'm dropping it there. So that's where, if you want to listen to it, that's where it'll be at. I'm gonna build that up because you get more money off of YouTube than you get off of streams. You know, streaming is not when you got major labels and everybody pushing you to go streaming, you go away from that. You know, it's only beneficial if you're a major label, or if you're an independent artist, there's not really no money in it. So I would say build up your social medias, you know, and then take it to streaming, where you can then take the generation that you're getting from YouTube and all those views, and then take it to streaming, which will then feed and piggyback off each other.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
And you say your channel is Royal S4L?
Royal S4L CEO.
Royal S4L CEO.
Go check it out, man. Go check it out. Royal
Yeah, man.
S4L CEO in the building.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, there we go.
Appreciate y'all.
And when your mixtape dropping?
On the 23rd of this month.
On the 23rd, we're gonna make sure we
Yeah.
have rotation, just spinning everything, just making sure we're breathing life in your mixtape.
Yes, sir. It's a little different. It's not on that super gangster stuff. Really getting away from that. You know, leave the streets in the streets, man. You know that. But it's just a little different, man. It's a total different vibe. It's a total. That's all I can really say about it. It's just a total different vibe. You know, a lot of real music though. I think it's something that everybody can listen to and everybody can vibe to.
So if you had a gift to give your next generation, you about to have young coming. What gift would you want to instill in them when they see this video?
Just to know that it doesn't matter your age, it don't matter where you come from, it don't matter what you did. If you want to do something, just do it. Don't matter what other people tell you, what they trying to convince you of. Don't let other people's failures be your failure. You know what I'm saying? You got to push through. It don't matter. You're never too old to accomplish your dreams or even push for it. You get what I'm saying? Don't let society put a ceiling on you.
Right.
You know, break through that, man. They say the sky's the limit. Well, you got a whole galaxy out there.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? So don't limit yourself to man's expectations or your parents' expectations or your spouses or your partner's expectations. Always just live by your expectations and live in your truth. Don't live the next man's truth. Live yours. There's nothing wrong with your truth. Just live it.
And also get the help out there. It's also we done went through a lot in the world in traumatic situations
Mm-hmm.
out there. Most of us done lost so many people. Just get that help. If you need to go to therapy, get something out. Try
Yeah,
to
man.
try to talk to your brother. Try to talk to your family members. It started with you first.
Yeah, man. You got to. It's this world is just going. You know, I ain't gonna get nobody so false hopes, man. This world is only gonna get more wicked. So you gotta keep the people that's with you, and you know, keep the fakeness away from you because there's a lot of fake people that showing fake love, fake support. You know, just to try and leech off of what you're doing. And you gotta watch out for those, man. You just gotta stay solid, stay focused on what you're doing. The real ones that's with you, hold them close, man, because man, there's too many people that's far in between us like that. You know, it's not that many genuine people on the world no more.
Right on, right on.
Yeah, yeah.
Any last words before we wrap up everything?
Keep your money
Options
as
rich,
employee.
Yep. Let your money work for you, man. Stop saving for these people.
Right.
Right. And I like the thing that Roy said. You're never too old to succeed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're never too old to succeed. So if you need to do a career change and you 40, you know what I'm saying? You could live till
Do it.
90. You still got 50 more years.
You
Might as well make that
feel,
career
you feel
change.
me?
So
Yeah,
yeah, that's all I
man.
want to
Robert,
leave
what
off
I'm
with.
love doing, what I'm love doing in my age now is reinventing myself. Like I'm loving just figuring out how to recreate. If it's time for something old to get put on the shelf, I'm gonna put it on the shelf and do something new.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's how you got to be if you want to succeed, man. People think excellence and perfection are the same. No, you gotta overcome those challenges to reach that level of success called
Yep.
excellence. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's always a grind all the way to your last breath. It's always a grind.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Success
Unless
is
you
the most
got 10
uncomfortable
million,
thing.
5 million, $10 million, then you can go ahead and retire. It's not grind
You
for you no
feel
more.
me? Man, look, that even with the way the world is now, that'll be gone in 5 years.
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
Yeah, that'll be gone in 5 years. So you better keep investing, keep working.
They're gonna
You
change
know?
up to the cost of waking up and the cost of going to sleep. It's not the cost of living anymore.
Yeah.
For real. That's real though.
Like how much it costs for you to wake up? Man, $100. Like
Right. And it's quadruple that to go to sleep.
Yo.
It's quadruple that. But
so
I don't know.
everybody on YouTube, subscribe to this channel. If you want to learn just live, unbiased investing strategies, please reach out. Thank y'all for your time today. Happy investing.
Happy investing.
Salute.
Investing. And print your own money.
Oh, you already know. Oh.
All right, y'all.